Hello again and welcome back to Ingot Plays Nomifactory. And we are finally there. We are finally at the stage where we can actually work on getting our creative tank set up and running. I've built the wings, we've got the living area there, although it doesn't yet have oxygen, and I've also run some energy cables around, with this cable along the bottom being used to deliver energy, and cable along the top being used to send energy. Any energy that we create over here is going to go through the top here, and then down the bottom will be bringing energy to our systems. So it actually separates the input and output lines and means that we don't have one connected circuit like we do over on the other side there. But in the meantime, I've been playing around a little bit, and using some concrete, I think we've got a reasonable design here for what the drawers look like, although I could potentially go for like black there and a blue rim. To try to match the sort of that azure sort of look there, which I think I might make some blue concrete and see how that goes. So give me a second. Let's fiddle around with that. It should be pretty simple though, because we've set up everything in order to make concrete. So it's just a matter of going here, blue concrete. So we want blue concrete, there, blue concrete, done, and then we need the blue concrete powder, which is lapis easy. We've got practically infinite sodalite, let's use that. Perfect, and then number one, the concrete powder gets to go there. Number two, this one here gets to have that. And then we just want to try to make blue concrete. Let's make 30 for now. And it's already sitting in there. Perfect. Here we go, blue concrete. Let's go give that a try and see how that goes as a trim on, highlight on all the edges there. I think that probably works, and we could also pure black with a blue trim. I think that might actually work. So let's grab the rest of this blue concrete, and then we want to grab some more black concrete, which, there we go, got a couple of stacks. And so then we should be able to grab the framed drawers. Now, the trick is, of course, we don't want normal framed drawers, we want framed compacting drawers. So let's grab 30 of those. Perfect. And throw those into here. Let's get some more blue concrete. And I'll get you to craft like 200 more of that. And then some black concrete as well. Good. Perfect. So I've had a little bit of a play around. I think I want this Zion block as like a base block, and potentially, let's take a quick look here. I think there's a blue. And I'm just trying to see whether I like that design at all. Oops. I think it's possibly a bit much, and the blue doesn't quite match. So how about we change this And instead, oh, that blue looks like a much better match. It's more of a purple, but yeah, I think I'm happy with that. That said, I noticed that these are actually in the wrong spot, so let's just quickly move them over as well. Okay, so what I'm going to need in order to get this set up is we are going to need a drawer in the front here, and the drawer is going to have the output from the fluid solidifier. We're going to need a fluid solidifier, and I'm just realizing that's not going to work. So what I'm thinking is I was thinking we would put the fluid solidifier there, outputting to here, with the creative tank sitting on top of it, like so, and then that creative tank, and then we would need the power for the fluid solidifier here. But the reason I hesitate is because that we are going to need the ME interface storage bus to be able to interact with the drawers. But arguably we can actually resolve that. It may mean we just have a gap in the setup. Yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so step one, we've got here the portable creative tank fluid, and we've got the mold, and then we just need our Yeta wrench, set that to output, then it's going into there, and then we want to output from there into this guy here, and then that's going to need a draw key. Perfect. And then the last thing we need is we need power here. So let's put a CEF here. I think we've got some on us. CEF, which then just wants to point this way, and it's already connected to power. And then last thing we need is we need the, I don't think it's enderium. Oh, it is enderium, yep, perfect. And then the enderium there, that's running, slowly making the creative tanks. And then that will, once that's done, I can take one of those, put it into here, and it will slowly create those. But in the meantime, let's go and create. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's make sure the electricity is working again. So that's 12 there. So I think that means that, oops, that this here can be the draw controller. Framed draw controller. Yep. Hang on. Yeah, that's a compacting draw. Oh yes, so throw that away. Good, and then we need the draw controller, which can go there. And that will then just be able to go here with framed compacting drawers the whole way along. Perfect. I didn't lock those. Oh, I see. Okay, yep, cool. So we've got the creative tank there, perfect. Now Let's put some Endurium cabling the whole way along. Okay, and this one here, it's a conduit facade. I could change that into a second CEF. One will probably do the job. So if we then fill all of this, also this oxygen here is just temporary, just so that we can easily breathe in this area while getting this set up. We won't need to come back into the wings once it is set up though. Perfect. And then we just need fluid solidifiers the whole way along. On both sides. Good. And then we want creative tanks the whole way along. Good. And then it's just going to be a matter of getting our various resources, and we've got block molds, which can then go into all of these. Perfect. And if we then grab our various ingots, so it's probably worth just going along in order and grabbing one of each. Oh, we do need a fluid extractor, which may as well be ZPM. That way we can connect it into here. And I think we'll put it here for the time being, and we can always replace that later. Perfect. As soon as that's finished, okay, we no longer need that molten creative, and we've got 3 more. Good. So this will reasonably quickly go and create the various ingots that we need. Fluid extractor, come on. In the meantime though, we do need ME conduit, which is going to go to here. These can both be conduit facades of Vena. Good. And then they both need to be ME conduit to there, and then may as well come out here, a piece of flux cable and a storage bus. Let's go extract only with a flux cable on the back. Perfect. And then we also need to, nope, not you, we need that ME conduit, and I'm going to need to run a backline for this ME conduit all the way down to the other side, which I think I'll mostly do that off camera, but what I will do is that didn't work. Is I will quickly go in here, and what we want to do, let's see, where is this cable going to go? So that's going to come down to here, and we want an ME interface and a storage bus, and then the interface is going to be on this side and the storage bus over here, which is then going to be able to take out of our creative system there. And so this is going to make it so that our old system can see everything that's in our new creative system, but the creative system can't see anything in the old system, which means that in order to get things up and running in the creative system, we are going to have to actually build the new thing instead of accidentally relying on stuff that was previously made, whereas the old system can stop utilizing resources that we've made within our creative system. So I think that sounds pretty nice to be able to subnet it so that the two can't talk to each other, but can, in a limited capacity, talk to each other. And if we pop up here, the creative tanks there should be visible to the system. What have I done? This should connect through to there. This says offline. Oh, because I haven't actually connected it back here. And looks like maybe I'm not going to do this off camera because it looks like I'm pretty close to being done with it already. Let's grab some Zest Conduit Facade. And yep, cool, so that's the right spot. We replace all of this. Boom, we can put some Conduit Facades there. We can put some conduit. I need a piece of Fluix to go here, and I need some more conduit. Now, curiously, there we go, cool. Why did I get stuck? Okay, and then the last step is just going to be connecting this into the old system, which is probably easiest by just going up and over, because we've got it to there. Yep. So let's see, can I get into that space? I can. Let's see. Okay, let's just break that glass for the time being and then replace it. Good. And then, yeah, okay. So I think I can't actually get into that space, so let's just do this. Where's my ME conduit? There. Okay. So I can get to here. Whoa. Not what I intended to do. Good. Now, then we just want our Zest back on top. Good, and lastly, this then needs to just run straight down. Perfect, so that should now be connected, and in fact, we should start seeing the creative tank show up, so long as I've done this correctly. So, the ME conduit runs the whole way along. This storage bus is online. This interface is going to need an energy acceptor to make this into an actual ME network on this side. So let's just throw that there. In which case this interface should come online. And there we go, our creative tanks are now visible in the system. And I think that draw is completely full. It is. So then if we grab a 4 times, we can throw that onto there, and then that will be able to grab some more creative tanks. Perfect. Now let's take a look at one. Let's grab that fluid extractor that we made before. Throw that in there. Good. We need ingots. So let's try to clear out our inventory a bit. We don't need white concrete. We don't need Vena. This fluid tank we do need. Don't need compressed cobblestone or Enderium actually at the moment, or any conduit. Zion will be nice. Framed drawers we can throw away. Framed compacting drawers we'll keep. Mold blocks we will need. Draw keys we probably don't for the time being. Throw away the zest. Chaotic core package we can delete. Cobblestone we can put away. Perfect. Now I think that is probably, well, it's looking much better anyway. So now ingot. So aluminium, americium, annealed copper, antimony, awakened draconium, battery alloy. Beryllium, black steel, blue steel. Okay, step 1, aluminium. Perfect. Now we need a tank to put that into there, and then clear this. Americium. Sounds like someone just broke, say, glass. And effectively we're just going to be rinsing and repeating this for a bit. Antimony, I don't think we need to automate, but let's just automate everything. Yeah, good. What was that? Awakened draconium, cool. Yeah, okay. Didn't think that was going to work. Fine. Battery alloy. Give me that back. Draw key. Perfect. And then lock it again. Beryllium. Give me some more creative tanks. Perfect. Now, creative tank there, creative tank there. Good. And then if we go back to ingot here, so blue steel is what we got up to at the end here. Cool. So you get rid of that beryllium. You get to go there. And the last one is blue steel. Zoolander's famous look. Perfect. Done. And now all of these just need to be told to output to the fluid solidifier beneath them, and then all of them are going to need these molds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 have a mold, and then from here it doesn't. Perfect. And then last step is, well, second last step is we need to take these out to put them into their respective drawers. Good. And then the last step is going to be actually setting all of these to output to that side. Perfect. And then everything here is rapidly increasing, and we can move on to the next line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 and a half, almost 12. So what we've just done, we need to do that another 12 times in order to get all of the ingots automated. So I think I will do that off camera. I will see you in just a moment. and we've made a fairly sizable progress, getting all the way up to tin alloy. So we're most of the way through the alphabet at this point, but there's still like your vanadium alloys and things like that, which I haven't yet got going. But what I've run out of fluid solidifiers, so I've got more of those being crafted so that I can extend into the next half of the base here. And I think probably about here-ish, maybe it'll take to the whole thing, we'll actually finish the fluid solidifiers for all of the ingots. But if we, the other thing is, so all of these are also available to be fluids for the system. So if we take fluid storage buses, we will be able to put one of these on top of each, set all of them to extract only, although it shouldn't matter. And then the system will be able to, we'll have access to all of these in liquid form for any recipes that require that, and save having to melt down ingots, which some things were previously doing. For example, I think silicon bars or something like that were being melted down for various recipes. But that's just a matter of adding these fluid storage buses to the top here, connecting all of them to Fluix cable. Perfect. And then if we grab some Fluix cable, then we may as well just extend off of the channel we've already got here, and then all of them just connect into the system, and then the system will have all of these in fluids as well. The other thing is, things that don't have like sulfuric acid and things like that, which we don't need in ingot or block form, we will be able to just put a tank and put a fluid storage bus on top of the tank for chlorine and sulfuric acid and those sorts of liquids, which we possibly don't need anymore because they possibly are only components, but it's something that I probably will do to deprecate everything that we've got over there. There's also a number of these that don't melt down and can't be made in this way. Fluxed electrum ingot can only be made through a blast furnace. The mana infused ingot, same thing. And although primal mana we will be able to make, the mana infused metal dust would still have to be made manually. The question with all of these is whether they are used for anything important, and whether that something important can be made using a fluid solidifier instead, in which case we won't need them anymore. It does look though, here we go. So the mana infused ingot is used for the exotic materials catalyst, which we're still going to need for motes of omnium. And we're probably still going to need lots of motes of omnium to make the eternal catalysts, the infinity ingots, or at least the first infinity ingot. Oh no, infinity ingots. Looks like infinity ingots have to be made manually and things like that. So some of these will need to still be automated. Stellar alloy ingots still need to be made, but end steel ingot, we've got that automated with fluid solidifier. And then grains of infinity, well, we've already got that automated. potentially we could try setting this up, but we do have an automated system that's getting us the grains of infinity down in the nether. And so that's probably going to be adequate to continue. And things like that. So just things that don't allow us to... Interesting that there's... I would have thought there was a liquid slime ball as well. Yeah, things that don't allow us to just make them directly out of liquids. And so we will still need to passively craft some of that stuff. But in the meantime, we've now got most of our ingots automated and tin ingot. Okay, so we're up to here, tin alloy. So there's barely 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 left to go. And then we will be finished with all of these block ingot recipes. This one here, the naquita, for some reason it's not working. The naquita is here in the tank, but it's not outputting into the fluid solidifier for some reason, despite that being how every single other one is set up. Let's... Oh, hang on. Okay, weird. I don't know what was wrong with that one. And then that's going to need to be set to output. Unless somehow I'd set the top as the output instead of the side there. Cool. Well, if that's fixed, then I can grab a piece of flux cable and a ME. We've got storage there. Yep. Cool. And then that's now connected as well. Perfect. Glad that that was easy to fix. And then I think the... What's this called again? It's called Zion? Yeah, Zion. So if we take the Zion, then we'll probably just run along like this and hide most of the cabling. And in these sorts of sections, I think probably it'll just come across. Maybe, yeah, maybe something like that to hide the sides of the machines, while the tops will still be visible over here. And in fact, I don't think it could be hidden unless I hid the tanks themselves as well. But yes, I think that's the design that I'll be going for, and just need to yeah, okay. So just cover up where the draw controllers are. Yeah, okay. I think that works reasonably. And yeah, so that's something I will go away and do between episodes and just finish up the rest of these ingots and make sure everything looks nice and pretty. So, thank you for watching. Stay happy and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next one.